What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and this video I want to talk about Marathon. We knew the info was coming, and now we got it. And, it's definitely been mixed. I feel like the reception out there, I want to give you guys my thoughts, kind of go over some of the more larger scale news stories that's going on. I mean, it looks like people are kind of let in immediately, some of like the higher priority streamers and content creators. So already there's live streams. People have been playing a couple hours, and you can kind of check the thing out. There's going to be waves of play testing. That info is all kind of online. I think the first one is like April 23rd. It's kind of like high priority access. Like you need to be no bans, just in their good graces, and all that jazz. And they'll send you the codes. But yeah, I think you get 2 friend codes with it. So hopefully it starts to balloon. And honestly, I hope this kind of leads to just the game kind of being opened up to as many people as possible, especially with the type of game that it is. Hopefully, as the summer goes, they announced they're going to give the price over the summer. As the summer goes and as we get to its release date, that they can just get as many people in to try it, because this is a situation I think you're going to want people to check it out, see if they're interested, and then the game would launch. You of course have like the back and forth of that, where if the game is not very good and you invite too many people in, you will ruin any excitement and you are really going to screw yourself over come launch. But then there's the other side, right, where you actively get people excited for your game and it works in the positive direction. So the game is coming out September 23rd, same day, funny enough, as Borderlands 4. I feel like that's probably on purpose. I know I saw people trying to rationalize this, and I actually think I would rationalize it pretty similarly. If you put it the same day as Borderlands, is that ideal? Not really ideal, but putting it close to Borderlands, especially for it being a fall release, gets it away from GTA 6. I feel like this would be a type of game, even though this is an extraction shooter, GTA is an open world, I just feel like this would be a game that you would want to stay away from GTA. If this game came out a week before it or 2 weeks before it, you played it, I don't think people would come back until GTA 6 is over, and then you're kind of banking on them coming back. What if that doesn't happen? So, again, the date is revealed, September 23rd. We got the trailer. To me, I'll give you guys just my opinion. It took me long enough in this video. I actually don't mind it. Like, I think it looks fun. I think it looks fine. The thing is, you might not even want to come to me, and I probably shouldn't advertise that on my own video, but I want to be honest. These are not games for me. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that a live service type extraction shooter that's got 3 maps at launch is a game for me. It's just not. It's just not the types of games that I play. It's a type of game I would try, and I think that sets my expectation kind of differently, because I will say, again, based off what I have seen, I think people that are playing it, including higher level streamers, I feel like they're actually having fun. So this game might have like a path to victory where just give it to them. Just give it to people, let them try it out. And granted, I think a lot of shooters are like that. They all look kind of samey to a degree, at least to me. And I think to an okay amount of people. But you really need to kind of play them. I mean, it's all talk. It's all talk until you actually do it. So I feel like this is probably going to become a somewhat similar, where you're going to have to play it, and then you're going to have to kind of see if it's for you, if a game like that makes sense. But I think it looks pretty okay. I know I said leading into this reveal, the art style looks awesome. I really, really like the art style. I would prefer it not on a game like this, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a game that they chose to do, and we'll see. Now, in terms of the price and in terms of that kind of secondary information, which would be pretty important. So they're holding that close to their chest, right? They didn't announce a price. They said you can wish list it on PC, and I think they said on all consoles, which is making people believe that it could potentially be a last-gen game too. Just my own personal morals, I really hope that's not true. I know it opens up more people, I suppose, but by the time this game comes out, it's right before the 5-year anniversary of the PS5 and Series S and X. We cannot seriously be considering putting this game on PS4 and Xbox One, can we? Now, could it run on those? I very much assume it could run. I don't think there's anything. The art style is cool, but I don't think anything in this game is going to push these consoles to the max. That's not the type of game that this is. That's okay. It's just not the type of game that it is. But I just feel like morally it's wrong, to support a last-gen console 5 years later. I really feel like we should be moving on, because we're only 3 years away from the next gen. That's just a personal biasness aside. Now, they didn't give the price. In the price details, they called it a premium title, which got people for a couple minutes very, very scared. Because when you hear premium title, I don't know about you, I hear $60, $70, $80, right? But they did say it's a premium title, not a full price title. I feel, okay, let me just say again, another kind of personal tick off type thing. We have to stop with these stupid names, okay? Like premium, but not full price. If you're premium, doesn't that literally mean like you're the best of the best? What's the definition, the word of premium? So I don't know. Again, kind of a personal side thing, doesn't really matter to the game, but we need to knock it off with these stupid names. But not full price. The rumor is it's 40. The rumor is it's 40. They didn't say that. That's just what people are saying. I believe Paul Tassi said it's nowhere near close to 70. So it's nowhere near close to a full price game. So, and I will say this, I think a lot of people are flipping out. I think like the map is kind of a problem, but it's also, again, just the type of game for me that maybe kind of drives me away. 3 maps, this extraction shooter for $40 with a battle pass. There'll be a 4th map afterwards, but people are pointing out, well, think about Helldivers. Helldivers was also $40 battle pass. Like Helldivers actually is very, very similar. So I think to me, just because this wasn't a game that was necessarily on my radar and I'm not too excited, I feel like those words, those facts, the details are kind of more off-putting to me versus a game that I would be more into. So I'm not honestly going to flip out too bad. It's honestly, okay, to be honest, it's a Concord-like situation. I don't think this is going to be nearly as polarizing or bad as Concord or as not supported. But when you look at Concord, at least when I did, and I played the when they did the beta test and all that jazz, it was a solid game. But I looked at it and said, okay, is solid worth the price of paying? And then am I actually going to enjoy it? Am I actually going to play it for months? That feels very similar to this. Not necessarily the game. I actually think this game is going to be far better, and I think I would enjoy it more. But the same feelings still come up where it's like, is this worth 40 to me? And that might be different per person. In fact, it probably is. But is it going to be 40 to me? And is it going to be worth like sticking around? And am I even going to play this game past like a week or two? You know what I mean? So, and that really, to be honest with you, that is why I need a beta, some sort of early access. And they are doing that. I mean, they're doing play testing, but that's, I guess, technically not the exact same thing. I really hope they have something. Or, hey, by the way, I mean, if there's anybody out there that seems to like me, which I would appreciate, if you get into this thing and you have 2 friend codes, I'm not going to pressure you, but if you want to email or Twitter DM something, I will take it, and I would appreciate it. No, but I mean, look, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I hope that they do something that kind of opens it up in the future, but I would like to try it. This is a game that I would like to try, and I don't know, like, I wonder just what's going to be the difference between if they did this as a free-to-play and they did everything else versus 40 and then everything else. You know what I mean? Like, what would be the difference? How much? It's probably because Bungie's so freaking big, costs way more. Think about Helldivers versus this. I imagine this game's budget is much bigger, right? So it's like, you could do free-to-play, you could do not free-to-play. Not free-to-play at least would make them a little bit of money right away. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.